All right. So we're 9:05. The Commissioner's Office is requesting the Board approve and execute the minutes for the meeting of November 5th, 2019.
So moved. Second.
Ralph, you were absent from this meeting.
Okay.
Commissioner DeWark?
Yes.
Commissioner Blair?
Abstain.
Commissioner Lennon?
Aye. Okay.
November 15th, for the dog warden, I approved hiring Cora Setlock for the position of part-time shelter attendant effective November 25th, 2019 at the rate of $12.05 per hour with a one-year probationary period. This offer of employment was contingent upon the successful completion of the required pre-employment conditions.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Financials?
He told me they were so small in there, I was like,
You'd
are
have to
they?
look for me.
Yeah.
Today's financials include a purchase order from maintenance for a new 2019 Ford F-250 pickup truck with plow. Among the vouchers are $8,189 from the Commissioner's Office to Walter Havelfield LLP for legal services, $8,625.82 from the Sheriff's Office to contract pharmacy services for inmate pharmaceutical needs, $24,989.55 from Water Resources to GPD for engineering services related to the Chardon Township wastewater treatment plant and collection system. And finally, 2 revenue certifications. These are actually for 2020 from Common Pleas in their special projects and in the new drug court funds.
Okay. Any questions, comments? None? Motion to approve financials?
So moved.
Second.
Commissioner DeWark?
Yes.
Commissioner Spillier?
Aye.
Commissioner Lennon?
Aye.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Thanks,
you.
Adrian.
Okay, number 4, we have Job and Family Services. Oh, Nancy. Okay, hi. Come on up. Yeah, come on up. How are you? I didn't see you sitting there, I'm sorry. Yeah,
How are you all?
good morning.
Good. How
Yeah.
are you, Nancy?
Good.
And this is Karen Lackey.
Hello, how are you?
He won one of our awards.
Very
And
good.
Trent could not come because he is a CASA and he had 2 court hearings this morning. So he apologizes for not being. He was one of our
Glad you
award
guys came
winners.
out.
Who was?
Trent,
Trent, okay.
yes. So he apologized.
Okay, if you want to maybe just give a background on,
On the award?
yes.
Okay, so Job and Family Services, and council falls under Job and Family Services, every other year has a John Murray Award reception. John Murray was a county administrator in the late 1990s. He was administrator for a while. He was very good at his job as administrator, but he also was on the Family First Council. And he was an adoptive parent. He also was very into mental health issues, and he was a very sort of unsung hero that advocated for kids, very quietly in the background. He passed away, unfortunately, in 1999, and we decided to do an award in his honor because he was such a special man, and we realized that there are many unsung heroes in the community that work hard on behalf of kids that people don't hear about. And so we've been doing this since 2001. Every year we honor, usually every other year we honor several people. We have a whole nomination process. People are nominated from the community. They do a wide range of work in the community, and so their peers nominate them. Then we have a selection committee, and we have a reception that I think several of you have been to several times. So we just had that 2 weeks ago. Karen was one of the people selected. She's done many different things in the community. I was one of the people that I think first interviewed you to do the teen pregnancy prevention program, and that was many, many years ago. And she's done many other things since then, which I think you saw in the resolution. So she was one of our top picks for this award, and as was Trent. And he's a CASA and advocates on behalf of kids in the courtroom. He's also an unsung hero. He was just so humbled by being picked, as was Karen. And so it was so nice that you all wanted to honor them
Mhm.
with the resolution.
Well, thank you very
That was
much,
very
and thank you
special.
for coming in this morning.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's an honor to be here.
Yeah, but
Very
Nancy
nice.
said, you know, a lot of this goes on behind the scenes, and you don't hear a lot of times you don't hear the positives and,
Right.
you know, a lot of it, so, but again, thank you for taking the time to come in this morning, and we'd like to present you with a resolution, and if we could maybe read both of those, and then we'll get a quick picture with those, that'd be great.
Oh, that's
Just to
great.
read the
Yeah.
motions.
Yes, please.
Okay. The Department of Job and Family Services is requesting the board approve and execute resolution 19164 honoring Trent Lamb on being a 2019 John Murray Award recipient for his dedication and work with job families and children. The Department of Job and Family Services is requesting the board approve and execute resolution 19165 honoring Karen Leckie on being a 2019 John Murray Award recipient for her dedication and work with job families and children. So, I don't know if you want to read the actual resolution.
No, that's
or not.
okay.
Okay.
Just get a motion on both of those, please.
So move.
Second?
Commissioner DeWart?
Yes.
Aye.
Commissioner Levesey?
Aye. Great, great. Let's grab a quick picture with these.
And I can take Trent's, I'm gonna
Okay.
go next door and
Yeah, that'd be great.
drop his off.
Okay. Oh, here's your copy.
I mean, if you're passing them out, I will take it.
That'd be great, that'd be great. If you would do that for us. Sure you got the right one here. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Here's Trent.
Thank
Here,
you
Nancy,
so
come on up
much.
here.
You want me to come up here too?
Yeah, for sure.
I hate to be right in the middle of this.
Right in the middle. Yeah. Yeah.
That sounds good. Yep. Is that good?
Yeah, thank you.
All right,
Thank you. And if it's okay, I'm gonna take a picture so I have the resolution text.
Great.
Thank you
Okay, thank you.
I
Yep,
appreciate it.
congratulations.
That was so nice
Yep,
of you.
yep.
Thank you for doing that.
Thank you, Nancy.
Thanks a lot.
Is that something you need?
No, that's the agenda, I think, so maybe people want to be looking at that.
Okay, great. Okay, agenda item number 6, the clerk reports. We have anyone here today from the courts? No? Okay.
Denise is asking for you to approve the application for the credit union for her office to get a credit union visa.
Okay. Is this something that we've done in the past, or is this?
You have always approved, the credit union requests a approval from the commissioners
Okay,
for their application before their board will review and approve it. So this is just for you to approve her applying,
mm-hmm,
and then once they decide whether they're going to allow the card to be issued, then once the card is issued, the use will come back to you again for approval.
Okay.
She's only asking for $3,000 credit
And
limit.
this is for travel.
Yes.
Okay.
You're not like, you're under the Ohio Revised Code.
Right.
Credit card can't be used for anything but.
That's what I was gonna say.
Paying for a hotel. Years ago, we didn't need to do that because you could, you know, the hotels would take the
Correct.
tax exempt form
Right.
if you were paying with your own credit
Right.
card. And so they've all gone away from that. I don't know what happened, but it was about 3 years ago, I think. All of a sudden, they stopped accepting the tax exempt card if you weren't paying with a county credit card.
Okay.
So this is why.
They're also stopping to take checks as well.
Yeah.
they're not taking checks?
Yeah, they won't, like if you can't physically, they won't accept a check from you walking in to pay for your room. So
With your tax exempt form.
Right.
We used to do that.
So-
There's-
with the
yeah,
township.
that was kind of the initial take on, or the initial way we were getting around it, was we would get the
Right.
financials improved, and then the person who was going would take the check
Right.
with them. Now they're starting to not allow them to do
Okay.
that either, so it's,
She
I don't know what
travels
happened, somewhere
every
along the line,
month,
something
so-
happened.
She does?
Yes, she
For-
usually has a clerk's meeting every month
Okay.
that she's traveling.
So is
for
this
Columbus.
amount, $3,000? I mean,
That's a total credit limit for the
Yeah.
card.
okay.
And then you will, once the use comes in, when the card arrives, she can
Yeah.
say per, not to exceed amount per month.
Okay.
Is what will happen. So
Okay.
this is just the total credit line limit,
Okay.
$3,000.
Very good. All right.
So move.
Motion second?
Commissioner DeWart?
Yes.
Commissioner Spillier? Commissioner Henry?
Yes.
Hi, Doug. Good morning, how are we all today?
Good morning.
Wonderful.
Hey, did you get the truck, the Ford 250, or the dog truck? We just approved this morning?
It's, they're putting the plow on it.
Okay.
We're gonna call them right away. put the
Okay.
plow on it,
Okay.
so, yes.
Who's putting the plow?
Who was that, Grand Valley?
Okay,
Yeah,
good.
Valley.
Oh, the
it was
Valley
bought
Ford?
it. Valley Ford, yeah. It was
In
right,
Valleyview.
it was right there.
Okay.
So by the time we get the truck, send it down and everything else, it was like,
No, yeah, they do it pretty.
Is that state bid?
yes, oh, yes. Yep. It was the last truck on the lot, so they had to go out and get it, and so.
Excellent,
Yeah,
okay.
so that'll work out great.
Good.
Is it white?
Yeah. White is becoming the.
Right. That's the new
popular,
industrial.
That's the easiest and
Right.
best way to get it, so.
Mhm.
Just white and black is so hard to keep clean. I hate those two colors. I'm gonna find a black one, so. Anyways.
Okay.
All right. So this is about the,
Dog
roofing?
warden.
Okay, yep.
I wanna say about 75% of that roof has, 2 roofs on it, so we have to take those roofs off. We're gonna do a metal roof on this, hopefully it'll last
4 years.
over our time, so my time while I'm here and grandkids' time while it's here, so I'm gonna take the roof off. We have some sagging in a couple other places, so when they tear that off, they're gonna look at it. So we also put a little bit of coverage in there. If we gotta replace any of that part of the roof, then we can get it replaced. It's all part of this, so it may not come up right to this, it might be a little bit cheaper. I'm hoping to bring it in around 26,000. So,
Is the underneath structure, is it a truss, wood material?
it's, yes.
Okay.
Yes. We got a lot of problems in there. One of the things that I need to start hitting real hard on is when volunteers come in and start adding on to our buildings, we need to get them down to the building department and make sure it's done correctly. Because some of the stuff we've been down there and repaired already to bring it up to code and everything. Volunteers are great, don't get me wrong, I love them to death, but sometimes they can get in and on a weekend and just put it in.
Mm.
It's not your own house,
Mhm.
it's the county government.
It's gotta be standards.
Correct.
So, now this is, I don't remember hearing about this in the budget hearings. Did we discuss this?
This we've had on for a couple of years, and we've been just slacking and slacking,
Mhm.
trying to make it last, trying to figure out where we're gonna go with that building, what are we gonna do with that building. So, from what I'm hearing now, we're gonna keep it, so.
Mhm. Okay, and just to be clear, I mean, is this part of the dog warden's budget, or is this part of the, coming out of the general fund, or what is this?
It's coming out of our capital improvement fund.
Mhm.
Yes.
Okay. Again, this is something, this wasn't part of the budget review for me, right? I mean.
Correct, for this coming next year,
Yeah,
correct.
okay. And it's a sizable amount of money for, obviously for a roof. I mean, I know roofs are not inexpensive, but I would think that this would be part of our budget, right? So, not to, I don't know how we want to address that going forward, if, I don't know, that's, I understand things come up, but if this was something that we've been talking about for a couple of years, I think it should have been part of on our purview. I mean, I've been here for 3 years or whatever it is, and this is the first I've heard of it, unless this is something new that's popped up or not, but, I mean, we're able to accommodate this, but if this was, a bigger dollar amount or something, and we hadn't budget for it, I don't like operating like that, right?
Correct. Okay.
I mean, am I alone on that, or is it?
No, this is stuff we should be budgeting.
Okay,
It should
okay.
go- We know it's coming up, it should be in
Okay.
in the budget.
And as far as does the dog warden have funds in their budget to be able to transfer to the improvements or no?
I'd have to look into that, to be honest with you, sir.
See whether it's in there. I don't think dog warden's not cost allocation.
He operates mainly off of his fees.
Right, fees and
Dog
licenses.
license,
I mean,
But I
this,
know because he operated off his fees, if he was part of, I don't think that's not part of the cost allocation for the groundhouse. It's the other, it's all the other departments that have outside funding.
I see.
For the cost allocation.
I mean, this potentially could have been a project that, you know, like with the, what is it, the CDBG grant, or the, you know, the grant
The
money we get?
block grant.
Block grant, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we could have been doing that with, you know, or this roof or that potentially, correct?
This would not fall
It would
in
not
within
fall
their,
in.
within their
No.
requirements.
No.
Because that's for LMI. They wanted to try, we've tried a number of times to get the parking lot paved down there.
Yeah,
And basically, the only thing we'd be allowed to pave down there would be the 2 handicap spots
Correct.
under CDBG.
oh, okay.
It has to
Doesn't
meet a
fall
low or
within the
moderate
rules of
income
the CDBG funding.
or ADA compliant.
Okay, so like the elevator at the Opera House, that falls under the,
That's your, yeah,
ADA
because that's your ADA compliance.
Okay.
Going up and down.
okay. Okay.
So like, what about when they were, Tim brings up a good point though, what about when they were pushing for that roof at, in Bainbridge there at Chagrin Park? That they were gonna, they were trying, they actually had it as a project on the,
For their community, that would fall within the LMI because the customers that
okay,
Serve.
they serve are LMI.
I see. Well, what about the
Unfortunately,
dogs?
dogs aren't LMI.
No.
Considered LMI.
Okay,
Low income.
Okay.
okay.
You know, you could find probably a lot of dog lovers out there that would contest that, right?
Yeah.
So, I guess just to back up, so we've already serviced a contract agreement with Hirschberger Roofing. So this doesn't have to go out to bid then? Or,
This is we got 3 quotes,
oh, you did?
yes.
Okay,
It's under the $50,000.
okay.
How were the quotes? Fairly close or not too much?
For the shingles, it was much higher. It was
Okay.
about 20,000 more. So there was one other roofing metal, so it was about 5 or 6, right off the top of my head, 1,000 more.
I see.
So, and Hirschberger is really good, they've done a lot of stuff, throughout. So-
Yeah, they seem to be out there quite a bit.
Correct. So, we haven't used them in metal, but I've heard they're really still, we did a lot of shingles.
Yeah.
Nice.
How's the gutters look on that building?
The backside doesn't have gutters, and there's only a certain portion of the front that has gutters.
Is any part of the building heated? I mean, is there,
The whole building's here,
the whole building's heated? Okay.
except for where the shelters are. It's not enclosed on the outside.
Yeah, I would say, you know, I know we have a lot of rooftops in this county, and that's been part of maybe my issue, and that's part of the issue is why we're looking to consolidate buildings, right?
Yes.
Because we have too many of these. I mean, this is a unique building. I don't think we're talking about bringing this under the roof of the administrative building, but, and it's not going anywhere anywhere soon, but I think in the big picture of things, instead of, you know, like whack-a-mole with rooftops, we need to be, and I know that's what you do, is you're always thinking, what's next, right? But this needs to be part of the budget and a plan, you know, the overall plan. Like if this, you know, the timing on this is coming up due, we should have a forecast for that, I think, you know, going forward. I don't know what other rooftops are next, but I'm sure there's one out there somewhere,
Oh,
you know, but just so we have a general plan, so we can know what to expect and budget for it. That would be my only comment to this moving forward. So, if we want to read number 7, please.
The maintenance department is requesting the board approve and execute a service contract agreement with Hirschberger Roofing LLC to re-roof the Geauga County Dog Warden Building for a 1-year period in amount not to exceed $35,000.
So move.
Second.
Commissioner DeWart?
Yes.
Commissioner
Aye.
Spillier? Commissioner Lennon?
Yes. Okay.
All right,
Thank you.
Have a good day.
Yeah. Okay, Shiva.
Good morning, gentlemen. Good morning.
Good morning.
Christine. So, Water Department has two items this morning to present to you. The first one is requesting that you approve the submission list of the delinquent sewer user fees, water fees, tap and installments, and subsequent certification to the Geauga County Auditor in accordance with Ohio Revised Code 611702 and the Water Resources Rules and Regulations, Section F501, in the amount of $470,732.61.
I didn't know what last year's was, just in case anybody asked.
Any questions, comments?
It's kind of amazing that they don't pay their bills.
Yeah, 444,000 of it is arrearages and 26,600 are penalties.
Wow.
And there's a large number of those that are every bill.
Every bill, they just don't pay their water bill. It gets
And
worse.
some have more conversation than others.
It's much more. But every year, the auditor, when they do collect property taxes, when it comes back.
Very good.
I so move.
Second.
Commissioner DeWart?
Yes.
Commissioner Spillier? Commissioner Lennon?
Yes. Didn't
And
see
I-
anybody sign on there?
You don't have to sign
Okay.
it, we're just, they're
Just
just asking you
acknowledging
to
it?
approve the
Okay.
submission of the list.
Okay.
And then these fine documents here to my left, your right, are the Ripper Protection Board approved and execute the contract agreement with Workman Industrial Services Incorporated for the Auburn Corners wastewater treatment plant expansion and Troy Oaks pump station in the amount of $4,023,848, which includes alternates 2, 5, and 7.
So move.
Second.
Commissioner DeWart?
Yes.
Commissioner Spillier?
Right.
Commissioner Lennon?
Yes. So where are we in the process here, Steve, with this? This will get, this is agreeing for the contract. When will this get going?
I have my pre-construction meeting next Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
And they're gonna start mobilizing out Auburn, moving equipment out on site. I saw Mr. Workman yesterday, and they're eager to get started, which I'm happy about.
Good, okay. And how much capacity is this gonna add to that?
160%. Top of my head, I don't remember. Because we're shut down for Troy Oaks, pump all that capacity over all.
It was like, no, I think it was 160.
160.
Mm-hmm. And so, what's the projection, how far would that carry us out to? I mean,
Well, there's capacity in there.
Already?
Oh, yeah, there's
Yeah.
already capacity. We always-
Then it maintains the capacity that was in the original Auburn Corners plan for the Auburn Corners side, and then has the capacity for Troy, plus the additional areas. that
And then plus any future
expected to
development.
be developed in
Yeah,
that area.
okay.
That one
There's
residential.
everything that's currently in the 208 for both.
Gotcha, yep.
And then one area just bordering the plant site, just south of it. Plans to be 120, I think, unit residential, senior residential unit. So they've already been
Right,
contacting
right.
us about capacity.
Okay,
We're moving pretty quickly on that. So we'll be able to, when I get some.
There's nothing to sign on that, Jim, it's just to look at the list.
What property is the farthest west on East Washington? Does it go all the way to Adams Hall for service this 208 plant?
Yes.
Yeah.
Adams Hall is the last.
It's the last one?
Last one, yeah.
Okay, and all the properties on the north side of East Washington is connected as well?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. That's pretty fun.
Yeah.
mm-hmm,
I think expansion
Yeah.
plant.
That's,
Trustees out there also.
that's specifications for the project.
that's amazing.
That's it.
Groovy. I got your email also, and I got hold of Skip, so we're from Burton, so, perfect, thank you.
More than welcome.
Yep.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, great. Okay, item number 10, the Commissioner's Office requesting the Board approve and execute resolution number 19-166 honoring David Allen Heller and achieving the rank of Eagle Scout, the highest honor bestowed upon a Boy Scout.
So moved.
Second?
Commissioner DeBoer?
Yes.
Commissioner Spillier?
Aye.
Commissioner Lennon?
Aye. Congratulations. Where's Mr. Heller from? Let's see, Montville. Montville.
His project was, at Big Creek, he did a bridge on the trail down there.
For what?
He did a small little walking bridge on one of the trails down there.
Oh, yeah, it says,
Is he part of your troop, Glenn?
Yes,
Okay, I noticed that it said that the troop was from Painesville, so I wasn't sure if he
Correct.
was actually part of your troop.
he started out in Cub Scouts in Leroy, which is right there, a lot of his friends went there, so he just stayed with them boys going up.
yeah,
He went to Auburn Career Center, and he was one of those
He's an ISTEM graduate,
Yeah,
2019 ISTEM.
very,
Geauga
very,
Early College High School.
very smart, very intelligent.
yeah, it says this project consisted of planning, raising funds, and building a boardwalk to eliminate washout on a trail on Big Creek Park. Excellent. Okay, number 11, Commissioner's Office requesting the Board acknowledge from the Village of Burton on November 15, 2019, receipt of resolution number 2019-36 to establish the services the Village of Burton will provide to certain territory proposed for annexation. Upon annexation and authorizing the fiscal officer to file this resolution with the Board of County Commissioners at least 20 days before the date of the annexation hearing and declaring an emergency. And that is within the 20 days. Seeing that was on the 15th, so a motion, please.
So moved.
Second?
Commissioner DeBoer?
Yes.
Commissioner
Aye.
Spillier? Commissioner Lennon?
Aye. Okay, and that hearing will be what, December 10th in
Yes.
this office?
Yes.
Okay,
At 10 a.m.
10 a.m. So it's right after our,
You have planning commission that
Planning,
morning, so
okay.
meeting, our session starts at 9:30, so it'll be 10 o'clock during that regular.
okay. Okay, so next week we'll have the advisory board, investment advisory board. We'll have regular session at 9. Then we will have the public viewing in Parkman Township for the petition to vacate public right-of-way upon portion of Doty Road at 11:30 a.m. County offices will obviously be closed for Thanksgiving, and also Friday, they will also be closed except for essential services.
The other thing that's not on here is, which I'm sorry I missed, was the Geauga Trumbull Solid Waste meeting will be at 1 o'clock on Tuesday, the 26th.
Okay,
Following your public hearing, since you'll already be in Parkman, you'll already be out that
Okay,
direction.
that's right,
You have to sign
two-thirds
the
there.
contract, yes.
all right,
So,
good. So that's
it'll
at
be
1.
o'clock. Yes.
We'll grab lunch or something.
So that was kind of like
Right,
thought process, because I knew you needed to go down there. I figured since you're already gonna be out there for the viewing, you're
perfect.
You're always one step ahead, Christine.
trying to be,
Yep.
I know it's tough to schedule all of these things, but.
That's good.
And your lunch here in December will be in Geauga County. You just have to figure out where you guys wanna go to lunch.
Excellent.
So think about it.
You mean-
Trumbull's pan will be at McDonald's.
They are paying, you don't have to go to McDonald's. She asked me for suggestions, so.
So the
think
solid
about it.
waste is gonna be in Geauga for
The Christmas luncheon this year will be in Geauga
at
County.
1 o'clock.
In
Or,
December.
oh, in December. Got it,
December.
got it. Great.
So,
Date to be,
I think it's Wednesday, the 11th. So we'll have to juggle. I know you have NACOG that day, so I think you should be done by then. But, so yes, think about that. If you have a suggestion for me to give to them
Okay.
about where you'd like to go here.
Very good.
And we'll pass that along. So
Good.
That's all we're at.
Okay. Any questions, comments? None? Motion.
Move to adjourn.
Okay.